Bible Whiz!
Hello everyone and welcome to another Bible lesson. Today our lesson is taken from Genesis chapter 6 verse 9 and continues to Genesis chapter 9 and verse 17. It is the story of Noah and the great flood. In the book of Genesis, in the Old Testament of the Bible, we read of a time when the wickedness of man was very great. Might was right, and people killed each other and thought nothing of it. When God looked down on this bloodshed and wickedness, he knew that before long man would destroy each other, and that this evil would grow greater. In all the world, there was only one man and his family living the way God wanted them to. That man was Noah. Noah believed in God and was thankful for whatever God gave him. The faith of this man caused him to find favor in the sight of the Lord. One day, God told Noah to go and warn the sinful people of the world that unless they lived differently, they were going to be punished. Noah did as God had told him to. He told the people what God had said and pleaded with them to get on their knees and ask for God's forgiveness. But the people of the world just laughed at Noah. So what if there was a God, they said. But Noah rebuked the people. God had given Noah a job to do, and Noah knew that if God was with him, no man could stand against him. So he spoke out bravely and earnestly. The reaction of the people was always the same. Nobody was going to tell them what to do, not even the God who made them. One day, Noah heard God say that the time had come for the earth to be destroyed. Every living thing was to perish, except Noah, his family, and a certain number of animals. God said to Noah that he was to build a huge boat. And God told Noah exactly how to build it. Since Noah and his sons believed in God, they lost no time in doing what they had been told. Now the building of the ark was no secret, and the framework of the huge vessel attracted a lot of attention. People began to be curious. What is this crazy old man up to this time? When Noah told them there was a flood coming to destroy every living thing on earth, except those that were in the ark, the unbelieving people were certain the old man had lost his mind. There was nothing Noah could say that made any difference. They refused to listen and went on back to their sinful ways of living. They got bored of Noah and his warnings, as it took over 100 years to build the ark. But the day finally came when the ark was completed. Then Noah set about doing the other things that God had told him to do. The pairs of all the different kinds of animal were taken into the ark. Food and other supplies were brought aboard, enough to last a long, long time. When all of this was done, Noah, his sons, and their wives all went into the ark. We read in the 7th chapter of Genesis that the Lord shut them in. The people of the world paid little or no attention to Noah and his ark. They were too busy pursuing their own ways to even think about the matter anymore. The days went by. 1, 2, 3, 4, and all this time Noah and his family simply waited on the Lord. 5 days went by, then 6, and still nothing happened. But on the 7th day, the things that Noah warned the people about for 120 years came to pass. The Bible says the windows of heaven were opened. The fountains of the great deep were broken up, and the people were caught by surprise when the flood came and took them away. According to the Bible, It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. When it had finally stopped raining, the water was higher than the top of the highest mountain, and the people and the animals outside the ark had perished. Week after week went by, even months, and the water remained upon the earth. Then one day, God made a wind to pass over the earth. The waters began to go down, and the ark began to settle, somewhere high above the mountains of Ararat. Not long after that, Noah sent out a raven and a dove. The dove returned, and Noah knew that the waters were not yet gone. 7 days went by, and Noah sent out the dove the second time. This time, she returned with an olive twig. The waters were going down, and soon Noah and his family could leave the ark and live once more upon the earth. Sure enough, shortly after that, God told Noah to take his family, and all the living things that were left in the ark lived once more upon the earth. Noah and his family were thankful to God for saving them, and God was pleased with their faith and their thanksgiving. God set a rainbow in the clouds as a promise. He called it a covenant. It was a promise that never again would he destroy the earth with a flood. You know, the Bible tells us that disobedience still brings God's judgment. But through Jesus Christ our Lord, God has made a way for us to be forgiven and rescued. But that, children, is another story. Thank you for being with us today, and we hope you come back next time when we'll have another Bible lesson for you straight from the pages of the Bible, God's Word.